Okay, guys. This is going to be really hard for me to say, but I think I just owe it to all of you guys. It's been recently brought to my attention that I guess I've done some damage to the community that I think is completely intolerable. Over the past several months, I've slowly come to realize that my words, I guess, have meaning, allegedly, and they impact both the Second Amendment community and individuals alike. I mean, sometimes Eric just writes these things, and I feel the need to just say them. And I guess I really need to learn when enough is enough. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that I'm very sorry we haven't made it clear enough to all of you that our videos are completely satirical. And I guess as such, just shouldn't be taken seriously. I really had no idea that our videos, as one commenter put it, suck moose cock. And I feel even worse that one of our videos actually gave a viewer AIDS. Alright, can we check that one off the list now? Alright, sweet.
Let's get rid of it.
Woo! Alright. Immune to everything now, right? Good. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we're at it once again, telling you more about what your rifle caliber says about you. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and let's start the show. Now before we dive into the meat and potatoes of this video, I wanted to say a special thank you to everyone who loved or hated on the last video. This list was compiled from your requests in the comments. If we still haven't gotten to your caliber, fear not my friends, episode 3 is in the works soon and you can expect to be made fun of then. If for some reason you find yourself enjoying our videos, we would absolutely love it if you would consider supporting the channel and future videos by heading on over to our Patreon page via the link in the description below. Now without any further ado, let's find out what your rifle caliber says about you.
Oh my god. Seriously?
What? Unintentional rhyming, right?
I'm sick.
Come on. I didn't even try.
You wrote it.
Cut. 300 Win Mag. You like to hunt and maybe even have an interest in long-range shooting. You study ballistics data regularly and could explain how a dope chart works to a beginner. However, you have very little experience shooting at longer ranges because your shoulder turns to hamburger during that one time a year when you zero your rifle prior to hunting season at the 100-yard range. Those 9 shots you fired cause a noticeable nervous tick every time your finger nears the trigger well, and you also have very little confidence in your zero because you've determined after those 9 shots that your zero was, quote, close enough. You also help justify this by reminding yourself that the cost of ammo for this thing is just too damn high, and silently wish that you would have gone with a 30-06 or 308, even though you're never going to admit it. 6.5 Creedmoor lovers have a strange problem. They cannot agree that any caliber other than 6.5 Creedmoor can be enjoyed in any capacity. They're never gonna shut their flapping gobs about the caliber and will whine incessantly if their caliber is not mentioned on every list of notable calibers ever made in the history of firearms, regardless of the platform or context. What's even more annoying is that Eric has not even shot this caliber, so he only has secondhand information on it based on what people like you guys put into the comments section of our videos. And based on those comments, Eric thinks that he has enough info to pass as knowledgeable if asked any questions about this in public. The only thing more annoying than somebody who loves the 6.5 Creedmoor is somebody who loves 6.5 Grendel. The main difference being that since there are fewer Grendel fans out there, they will usually take you by surprise and not give you ample time to turn the microphone off on your ear pro before they start jabbering about the latest load that they're trying out. I just don't care, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. 30-30. This one should be super obvious. You are a deer hunter. You hunt deer. And if your friends or family are asked to mention something about you, it will be that you are a deer hunter. You wear a blaze orange hat all year round. You have a sticker on the back of your pickup truck that denotes that you hunt deer. Seriously, have any of you ever seen this caliber at a 3-gun competition? Now that I asked that question though, every person in the comments section will have a story, I guarantee it, about some dude showing up to a competition, slaying it with 30-30. But guess what? I don't believe you, and nobody else does either. This is the caliber of FUDs everywhere, and you can usually find these guys arguing with the tactical fanboys about whether or not high-capacity mags should be legal. Seriously, dude, we don't try to jerk you guys around with your hunting laws, so don't dick around with my scary black rifles, you hypocrite. I'm not saying I have anything against hunters, but Christ, dude, could you get my back? Lever actions are sweet, and being able to engage medium game up to 150 yards is cool, but if this is your favorite caliber, you're a hunter, not necessarily a gun guy. Bonus joke. If this is your caliber, you probably still think wireless refers to radio. 224 Valkyrie is the caliber for people who think they are good at long-range shooting because they got into it with the 308 and thought they were on the cutting edge of innovation by jumping on this bandwagon as soon as they heard about it. They've done one whole competition and won't shut up about it with their friends. He also constantly talks to people who thinks they'll be impressed. Spoiler alert. You know how I said the 6'5 crowd was the worst? Yeah, I was wrong. This guy's probably the most annoying egomaniac I have ever met. I mean, if somebody could get Tyler okay. Seriously, dude? I'm not like this.
You're a little bit like this.
Alright guys, it looks like we've got some issues to work out. Eric, can I talk to you outside? 338 Lapua Magnum is the caliber left for primarily serious long-range shooters. If this is your caliber of choice, you are probably in the elite club of people who are constantly going to smoke that gong at 1,000 yards. You definitely have some disposable income or possibly a sponsor. It does get expensive when your shooting requires a second person with a spotting scope to let you know if you're hitting the target or not.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Your bipod is more expensive than most people's favorite guns. The back of your pickup truck is lined with plywood and wrestling mats so you can have an elevated shooting platform everywhere you go. And while you're in the market for a new home, the most important selling feature is how much straight line distance you can get unimpeded by blind spots from the back porch. You probably like to hand load, but who am I to judge what a guy does in the comfort of his own basement? 17 HMR is possibly the most useless round I have ever come across. It's a small projectile that is propelled by a relatively large charge. Wait a second, didn't we already cover this in the last video with the 22-250?
Just read the script, Tyler.
Yeah, roger. If you like this cartridge, then you definitely have an affinity for things that completely waste everybody's time. You play a lot of Candy Crush. You purchased household goods from TV advertisements. You use both shampoo and conditioner. You own an electric can opener. You have Bluetooth underwear. Be honest, you bought a jazzercise. You have a leather mouse pad, and you happen to keep one of those putting greens in your home or office. Without you, the as seen on TV sticker wouldn't need to exist.
Watch how OxyClean unleashes the power of
John Cena!
7mm.8 shooters can usually be easily identified from a distance by their uniform. They'll be wearing boots that have no scuffs on them, skinny jeans, a tight plaid shirt, and a messenger bag will be worn across their shoulder that holds their MacBook. Their Starbucks cup might be carried in either hand, and depending on the weather, they may also wear an oversized beanie to keep their hair protected from the snow. They will have a beard, and their mustache will be slightly longer than the beard, with some sort of fancy twist and twirl at either end. They can usually be spotted near a college campus, or investing in ridiculous products on Indiegogo. If you haven't figured this out yet, I am trying to say that you 7mm.8 shooters out there are absolutely the hipsters of the gun community. You think that you're so enlightened and unique because you shoot a really capable cartridge, but there's only one place within 40 miles of your studio apartment that actually stocks the stuff. And I'm sure you'll remind me that I've probably never heard of that place. Is 4570 your favorite caliber? Well, then you can probably skip this part of the video because you'll not listen to any criticism without wetting your depends. During the preparation for this video, Eric was trying to do some research on the cartridge. No, he can't read, but he does like to see flashy colors on the computer monitor, and we found a website that gave a detailed history of the caliber and listed some pros and cons. The main problem was that the cons were kind of listed as if they were also pros. It stated that while the projectile will drop about 50 inches, depending on the load, at about 350 yards, a practice marksman can hit a target out to 1,000 yards. Now, I ask you, What in the red man chewing, PBR drinking, spur wearing, buffalo shooting, horse drawn cart riding, dances with wolves watching, making friends with the native tribe, falling in love with one of the tribe members, then abandoning your post to join the tribe, then getting captured by your own army, getting rescued by your new friends, kinda. I feel like this was going somewhere. I guess it just turned into the plot of Dances with the Wolves.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
No, they can't. And you just told me why they can't. I'm so sure of it that I'm not gonna take the time to explain to you why they can't. There's only so many hours in the day, man. Come on, seriously. You definitely owned a Red Ryder as a child, and there is no shame in that, but then you never outgrew the dream of becoming a cowboy when you grow up. Check this out. Shooting a gigantic 400 grain projectile from this rifle is cool. I'll give you that. It's even cool to be able to take down a grizzly bear with your favorite caliber. But if you're gonna sit there and lie to my face about how capable your rimmed cartridge is as you stroke the leather tie down on your Marlin 1895, do me a favor and try not to dribble the chew spit on my carpet. We don't have sawdust floors in our home. So that about wraps it up, guys. If you dislike this video, then you're probably mad that we haven't yet mentioned the 50 Beowulf. That's because in the next video, we'll be covering the 458 SOCOM, which is just better. So if you liked the video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and share it around with your friends. Consider subscribing to the channel and checking out our Patreon page to stay up to date on current and future content. And if you haven't done so already, head on over into the link in the description below to tpublic.com to pick up one of the sweet new Tundra Tactical t-shirts. Thanks for watching, guys, and you can now find us on Instagram at Tundra Tactical MN.